Hi guys, welcome. Before I was interrupt, let's put this into a perspective. I won't say any username, but here is a one thing solution about this latest situation I'm facing on online platform, and I am literally stunned that this practice is still insufficiency. The reason is very insufficiency. And honestly, people is blaming me for no reason. On IMBU is one platform that I'm very stressed for the past many years. If you ask those Microsoft agent or engineer that what happened to me back then was no coincidence. This is like cyber bullying family member, and this is human right abuse. You need to know the difference, and you have to know why I put this video up. It's because I think human right abuse in family really need to stop. And insufficiency, like for example, you accusing me of stealing your girlfriend, but in another environment is I have my own abuse. I have been through abuse in real life. I have been abused in school. Many platform. If you tell me, I can show you tons of evidence that I was abused as a kid. That's why I come into this so-called cyber security unit, and you have to understand why is it different, and why. That's why would you want to prefer to cyber bully me in the first place. Let's see. Short story first is, how did I get abused? Well, sadly this morning was kind of bad news for me day by day. I don't know whether this is a everyday thing, but I think human right is very limited. As you see, as an Asian kid, family always seems to be a problem. But when I come around and study about human right abuse and law and legacy, sure, you can pin down on me if you got sufficient evidence. This is the keyword, evidence. But this so-called fella, I don't want to put name, he abused that right and pinned the wrong thing, like wrong mindset about, okay, this woman is my mom, for example. I said I love her and I hug her. Doesn't seems a wrong turn, but he, let's just say he assumed something was not right and like stealing a girl. But if you read the website before I go further, this is something for you all to see. Why I think human rights need to be protected. International Day of Family and annual event celebrated around the world. Importance of family and raise awareness of family issues. In celebration of the International Day Families 2020, the Human Rights Project has been created for human rights and online citizen. The family program offer action and oriented educational materials free of cost about the relationship between human right and family and develop ways in which they can improve human rights in their communities. You see, this is just one Google search away. I can find things like this. Let's just say I go and do a human right in family.
She came up and kissed me one day.
It was an impulse. I just grabbed him and I kissed him on the lips and I ran away.
Because I was like 20 years old. It's not like something you talk about marriage all the time.
But I asked for her number. She wouldn't give me her number.
No, I think he liked me first, for sure, because...
She's hot.
We met in a grocery store.
We were in a class together.
Came up to me one day, says, I got this perfect girl for you.
He was a good dancer, but not too good.
Like he was my soulmate.
She's my queen. Of course, I'm the king.
I said, I have to ask you something. She said, what? And I kneeled down, and
She was laughing and trembling.
She gets so embarrassed.
what did I say? I said, will you marry me or will you be my wife?
Will you be my wife?
He proposed to me on my birthday.
And she said, yes. Are you sure?
Sorry.
This one is technically 20 is international. I need to pin on this one. Why I said human right is ridiculously low. Let's just say problem comes when A, you don't have evidence, and B, you pinpoint the worst point scenario. Like literally that guy think I'm trying to steal the girl away, which is my mom, supposedly. And mother have this so-called duty to protect the child, or if abusing the child is gonna be a big problem here. Like literally, this is international. You need to understand. Problem comes when insufficient evidence. You pinpoint that I'm trying to ruin your relationship or whatsoever it is. And worst point of view, you said I never give time for each of you. Okay. How about this? If A, the mother can try to be more protective of the child and doesn't cause any scenario issues or whatsoever it is. And I know not all humans are perfect. I gonna put down a full stop. But when evidence come, this is very annoying. Every family I've been through in IMBU back in and forth has this very famous issue: human right and the family. Literally, you pinpoint me as the Asian guy that doesn't care fuck and things, and you said I ruined your relationship. But evidence shown very. I'm not gonna show you very bad sufficient text, but insufficiency, you don't have the right to implement as a law enforcement. In inconveniently, this person think he study law and everything is gonna be fucked up. But here in internet world of things, you will find out human rights is everywhere. You cannot hide, you cannot run. Just one Google search away, you find multiple things. And here is another one. I'm gonna put it up. Protection of the family and human rights response. Very good. You see the highlighted yellow one. Equality and respect for all human rights and fundamental freedom of all family members and essential family well-being is a society at large. And if you read the remaining text, we must recognize the contextually of all human rights and individual with family context and condemn condemn and effectively act and abuse of human rights can take place in family contexts. But here, international human rights law clearly said entitled mental and freedoms of individual in family context where the family unite is not in the itself and subject of human right protection. All individuals have equal rights in the family life which can be realized by the state. This is US website. If you think you're gonna pinpoint something, evidence must be sufficient. You don't just randomly 3 days later and tell me, oh, this guy is a not good guy, I want you to like disown him, blah blah blah. I already faced this issue day by day, year by year. If you think I don't read, bravo. I tell you continuously, something is gonna be up. And this is more than sufficient evidence. This is sufficient international law. You cannot hide by the FBI. If you're gonna go ahead and tell people that you want to pinpoint me for quote unquote steal my mother as a girlfriend, where's the logic point? The logic point, you have to understand, if you want to spend time or whatsoever, do it on your own term. Privately, talking to somebody. If you're doing live music podcast, I know this guy is famous in IMBU for all knows when, but this guy is lost his mindset, or I won't say bad, but I really have to put this up, is that he thinks I try to steal my mom from him. Like literally. If you think this is the right point, but here is the one point that I seen in my screen, and it's very, very sufficient. All members of family have equal rights and safety. There we go. All family and have the equal rights and safety and the rights participate in family life and basic inequality without fear or violence. Women, girls worldwide continue to experience violence, most frequently in the family. Contact child abuse, including sexual abuse, and most commonly, popular family member person with disability. Also experience concern and abuse in the family. State must execute these diligence to prevent, investigate, and punish acts of violence against women, including where this act personated by a private person, such as a democratic or family violence. And you can see a lot of things. You can see all these 15 laws and regulations. If you study law, you should know by right you cannot abuse your right as protection call. And this is insufficient evidence where some things like very small method like family, like mother and son need to be hug and hold or something, you can say it's a small method, but this is insufficient evidence. You pinpoint I'm trying to steal a girl, and let's put it very short. This is just one day only. In advance, I know that person one day doesn't mean I gonna trust him directly. And abusing power in family is also a regulation law. If you go and impersonated a police officer and tell me all this blah blah blah, and the next thing you know, I just go and Google search and I can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you already did wrong. And don't say I'm wrong. You can see it for yourself. Insufficient evidence doesn't mean that, oh yeah, this person is right, blah blah blah, and this person is stealing girl, and you can see he's jealous, blah blah blah. All this abuse without even evidence. You just can't abuse your power and tell people that, oh, this is what and what is this and blah blah blah. All this really doesn't make sense, right? I myself study Microsoft for a reason is to prevent cyber criminal. And you, in your first impression is judging my words. And judging words is not something small, it's something medium already. And another end, if you just Google search the thing and whatever you pinpoint as a fraud, you'll be subsidized to executed human rights and regulation law. I give you this because I really want to take this as a potential here is another one. I want to put number 34. State parties and must protect the child from all forms of sexual exploitation and sexual abuse. CR 34. State must understand ensure the child protection and care necessary for his or her well-being, CRS Article 3. Without sufficient evidence, you cannot by right use any sufficient law saying that, this person is trying to take away my girlfriend. For example, that is insufficient. If you don't have the correct evidence and things, you cannot just free flow, just abuse power, and really is insufficient. And all you wanted is to spend that time with the girl. I advise you do it privately, talk to her. Don't just do your DJ. I mean, technically you love to DJ, okay, fine by me. But when sufficient evidence was not presented and you execute the law as a law enforcement, you cannot abuse. And this is more than one thing. It's like multiple family. I think, let's just say, multiple points. Like literally, law and regulations are high, but you cannot upskate this situation. And even I asked somebody to read, they say, "Wow." Now you know why I do not like insufficient response. And here is another one. No marriage shall be entered into without the free and full consent of the intending spouse of a basic equality. Child early and found marriage. Consult a balance of human right, prevent individual from living their life from violence, has advised concretion and enjoyment of rights and education, and to the highest activation standard of health, including sexual and reproductive health, GA Resolution ARES 69156. This is really government website. You cannot avoid. Just by googling everything, I can tell you whatever you said was no logic. And if I bring out an expert, I'm just one call away and explain the situation, he or she will feel like, wow, what a abusive family. I myself, I'm not trying to impersonate everything and cause major flaws in. I myself not 100% perfect. Keep in mind. But whatever you sufficient evidence due to friendship, best friend, woman is your best friend, you cannot use that power to abuse. If you try to abuse something, the next thing you know, law and regulation is high stake. I feel like I have to, but I don't want to. I have to ask a real expert. If you're going to put this through rule and regulations and all sort of BS entitlement without consulting a person or an expert, I'm sorry, your evidence are insufficient. Let's see. Let's just say I make one phone call to this family center. I gonna put this in evidence that I gonna make this phone call. Hello? Yeah, I got this question. Can you kindly like advise me what to do? Okay, give me a second. I got this question. Is it possible you can like advise me what to do?
This is regarding you are seeking help from our center, is that right?
Yeah, this is more like I got this problem because uh this family or whatsoever it is, he abused his power and thinks that I'm stealing the girlfriend.
Family or somebody else?
I'm calling as a part of their family.
Okay, let me put you to my colleague on duty. Please hold the line.
And yes, this is actual government service. And if you don't believe, I can straight away call one US number to the family service center over there, and they can also tell you the truth.
Hello, please hold on. Hello?
Yes,
Hi, your name please?
Mr. Andrew.
Mr. Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, my name is the social worker from Pasir Family Service Center. How can I help you, Mr. Andrew?
Yeah, I got this question. I don't know whether you can like ask for an advice because this is human right abuse in this.
Human right abuse.
Yeah, it's a family abusive in online category.
Family abuse in online category.
Yes.
Is it include I mean yourself or something else?
Well, let's just say the pinpoint is my fault.
Oh, for family online abusive, right. Okay, maybe you want to share with me more about the situation, like what exactly happened?
Well, it started when I played Call of Duty and I left the game at the live stream, and I went in and to this video game, another game called IMBU. I mean, if you hear from a lot of people how bad is the IMBU thing, you will definitely think that it's bad. But here's another thing. This person dated my so-called mom, right?
This person is your so-called mom.
Yeah, dating my mom, and then it's like one day, not even one day I know him, he just abused that, saying that I'm trying to so-called take my mother away from him.
Okay.
And then this kind of situation was like, family should stick together, right? It's not supposed to fight or cause multiple situation like this, right? Okay, then he insufficient evidence giving like real evidence saying that I'm trying to steal.
You hold on, sorry, Miss Andrew.
Yep.
I mean, you can continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So this situation happens that my mother wanted to talk and I applied for it. I said okay. I just stopped the live stream and everything. So he just went on and on saying that I'm trying to steal my mother away from him without any evidence, and he thinks that, oh, because I got friend in this family and this family is a best friend of the person, and he insulted me saying that I'm trying to steal my mom or whatsoever it is. And the evidence is shown as the screen saying that I wasn't.
Sorry, sir, I can't hear you. Is it okay if you can try again? Call us again. The line is, I cannot really hear you. Sorry,
Can you hear me now? They're having a bad line connection also. Wow.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor is FSC.
Yeah, can I speak to your colleague, the girl?
Okay, my colleague, she's not at her desk at the moment. Maybe you want to talk to me first?
Yeah, probably you got the right mindset.
Yeah, so may I understand what's the current concern that you have and how may we assist you?
This is just a question and inquiry.
Okay, sure. Yes.
So I got this problem with this family, right? And it's an online video game, and let's just say he thinks that he is right that I'm stealing my mother away from him.
Oh, okay.
And he pinpoint giving weird solution like a lot of false information was there, and without rule and regulation he think that he can like pinpoint this thing saying that I'm trying to steal my mom because I'm jealous or whatsoever, and he was told to, if he is man enough he will stop to abuse that power. But this abusive power came after they said I was like trying to steal my mother away.
Oh, so the video game was trying to steal your mother away?
No, like the person think that I'm stealing my mom from this person, and this person didn't give sufficient evidence.
Okay, so who accused you of stealing your mother away?
It's a random person that I met him one day ago, but he literally like without special evidence he cannot use that human right abuse to think that I'm stealing the mother away because I don't want to give them time or whatsoever alone.
Yeah, so okay, so he says that you have been trying to steal their mother away or your mother away?
My mom.
Your mom away. So in what sense are you stealing your mother away? Like, how did they see it?
They see it as I'm trying to steal her away because I'm jealous or whatsoever. But I'm not even jealous. I said very politely, even though he think it's an insult, I'm just saying that you should not abuse the power, and without sufficient evidence you cannot kick out any family without willingly giving evidence saying that I am stealing the mother away or something. But he didn't. He just keep on insulting me this morning and caused a major scene on this video game, and I was not so happy about this. And when I talked to my mom about it, she side with the guy, and then I myself was stunned. Wow, what kind of mother does that?
Who fought with the guy?
I technically talked to him personally, privately. Then all of a sudden he blow up on me saying that I'm trying to steal my mom away, and even in public room chat he just straightforward tell people that, oh, this username is trying to steal the mother away, but without sufficient evidence, and telling people pro and con, saying that I'm stealing the mother because I'm jealous.
Okay, but in what sense will he have this accusation? Because how is he supposed to be involved in this? Because that's really between you and your mom, right?
Yeah, but here is another thing. This fella is trying to be my online mom boyfriend.
Your online mom.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a video game that you were playing.
Yeah, if you heard before, it's IMBU. Many people got abused over there.
IMBU.
Yeah, it's a social 3D platform where you can meet people.
Okay. So it's a social 3D platform where you met someone um, who actually said this about you, saying that
Yeah.
you're stealing your mother away. So meaning this is a character in the video game.
It's technically a 3D platform where you made your own avatar, but this avatar can be anyone. And that person was literally not even one day they start dating, and then I got myself involved into a fight with them this morning.
In the chat room, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And he pinpoints saying that I'm trying to steal my mom away from him without sufficient evidence, and I was jealous or whatsoever he can think of to insult me. And I try to talk to my mom about this, and she think that he is right.
Oh, okay. But then, would it not be necessary then to talk to him, because since he is giving you so much distress, why not you can just ignore him, don't talk to him?
If
He's also
if I do that,
yeah.
the thing is, he thinks that he trying to ruin my platform, and he say that he study law enforcement, he study law and regulation. I don't care if you have this study, but you should never abuse somebody or telling them that I'm stealing my own mom away.
Okay.
Is that correct? Yes or no?
Of course not. Yeah, it's not correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and he think that I'm hogging my mom, don't want to give them time or something, and things just go out of hand. Like literally, I felt like why am I being straightforward is because I want to make sure everything is correct. That I'm saying that he does not have the right to impersonation of a police officer and fake in information that I'm trying to steal my mom. Yes or no?
Of course, he shouldn't have done that. Yeah. No, he shouldn't have done. Yeah, shouldn't have done that.
Okay. And then my mom siding with him, correct or not?
No, not correct.
So what is the possible solution? Like what can it be done?
I think ultimately, it is to really not to deal with this person. I think the fact that this person could be anyone, right? So it's not a person that is going to have any real life impact on you. So I would say that you can like try to ignore this person.
Yeah, good luck, but this one is like my online mom boyfriend. But he abused the right straightforward.
Yeah, but the thing is that well, because this platform is a platform that different ones are using, right? So they may have their own opinions lah. But I think if ultimately is that not to let that affect you, because what you understand in your platform is that you have this mom. Yeah, so I think the idea is to focus on it lah, focus on your relationship with her rather than the how this person is talking about all these things.
So what is the best solution? Can you tell me?
The best solution would be probably to just not be involved in this conversation with him like any further lah. Because the more you talk, the more you get frustrated by what the person says.
Yeah, and it's just day one from the relationship. I look at it, but it seems like he trying to get rid of me from the family.
Okay, but I think you have to just not let that affect you lah. Because yeah, he does not have the influence to everyone lah. So maybe you just have to see what you can do to address it with your mom lah.
I already tried, but she's siding with him.
I see. Maybe give it some time before you talk to her again.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't want to straightforward talk to her after what I gone through.
Yeah, so give it some time and then see how things sorts itself out lah.
So all you're saying is I was right. I wasn't jealous at this kind of situation.
No, you are not.
And sufficiently a child is supposed to be protected by the mother.
Yes, of course.
But the mother think that I'm stealing her away from the boyfriend. Then the boyfriend gives non-sufficient evidence and give a flirtation or like impersonating a law enforcement, which is wrong, right?
Yes, wrong.
And if got caught by a real police officer, you can be fined with 5,000 to $10,000.
Yeah, I mean, that would of course have its own consequences lah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you read, you can also go to jail for impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that really give a thank you note. I want to thank you for helping me out to since you're the expert in family abuse and everything. Would you like to say thank you and goodbye on YouTube because I'm doing live stream while talking to you with this situation?
Oh, I can't really speak that on the telephone lah. So maybe can you help me to send my regards?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Right. Thank you so much. And
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
And he sent the regards saying with sufficient right and you got the mindset correctly, if you listen to him, he is well expert, and you can't just straightforward shoot something like misinformation. So technically I'm also right and he is in the wrong. So that's the logic. Why I say I make a phone call is technically A, expert advisory is very sufficient, and B, logically blaming me, saying I'm jealous because of this and that. I don't feel I'm jealous. I'm saying that if you want to date my mom, simple. Try to make it work. And B, insufficient evidence, you cannot abuse the economic and justice. If you think you are right about saying I'm jealous, I'm trying to do this and do that, false information everywhere, I can categorize you as a cyber criminal, and I can put you in jail term for cyberbullying me. But since this is a cyber case and it's a small matter, I wouldn't say anything to the law enforcement. I will just say that, yeah, sure, we did have a talk and things, and you even heard from the expert. Don't even try to engage if somebody sending false information. And false information was in that chat room. I myself was stunned to get this situation, and it's not funny. To me, it's not funny at all. I've been abused multiple times, not just one case, two case, not three case, but multiple layer of cases. I've been there, done that. My ex history of family exes, I know is all BS. Without sufficient evidence, they can kick you out of the family. But as you hear from the expert on the telephone saying that he is not in the right for insufficient, and saying he study this, study that for law and enforcement thing. I myself asked him on the telephone, he tell you that this person is crazy. I give you this advice. If you wanna take it a wrong turn or whatsoever, fine by me, okay? But do not drag me into this. If you're going to drag me into this, I myself will report you for frauding and insufficient evidence. Insufficient evidence can be logically jail term. And top of that, on the cherry on top, you said you study enforcement, law enforcement, and you study diploma or master degree. I don't care. If you got that education, it's fine. But do not, I repeat, do not try to abuse that power. I, as a IT expert, I can go follow the guideline and fundamentally provide evidence that I wasn't at fault. And I make some phone call, I can get yourself an expert. This kind of family service center is everywhere, and internationally they have multiple branch. If you go and talk to one of them and you say the same case, they will say the same thing. but probably different languages. I don't know because I never encountered anybody before until today. This situation brought up, and it's really mind blowing. I said I had enough. I make a phone call and I make a video to prove that A, you're wrong, and B, if you want to spend time, like you said, spend time. Don't just go ahead and ruin somebody's family while somebody is already happily with this family. The next thing you know, you kick out for insufficient evidence. It's already wrong. To the wrong term, I'm really, really upset with this. And I do hope cases like this stop. I have no idea what to do. I make myself a phone call. And this is not one, it's government support. And if you think I'm wrong to call them, you think before you send the text. From the text, I can tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you send me those false information, I can revoke your license in IMBU as well. If I can find evidence, phone call in advance, and ask the very same situation, you should know what to do. If you're wrong, I do expect a sorry, or I won't do it again, or I won't impersonate a person without any false information. If false information was found and you said you study law enforcement, you be the first one to be charged in court, and jail term can be as long as 10 years. I'm sorry to say so, but you want to play law enforcement with me, I can play law enforcement with you. If you want to insult me, I make a phone call away, and the whole case can go into police case. But I don't want to be so dumb enough to do that because it's a small method. But if the person threatened to kill me or something, then that will be a sufficient terrorism act, and you can be charged to jail term up to 40 years or long term. So that's technically what human right is. If you think you're in the right, fine by me, but you have to make sure you have sufficient evidence to do so. If you don't have sufficient evidence, and I can just Google phone number and call in a government service, I tell you the next thing you know, I'll be the first one to knock on your door and say, put on this handcuff, you're coming with me. I'm sorry to say so, but I already done my phone call, I do my study, I read through all these texts, and if you have no sufficient evidence, like you provoke, then I'm sorry. The thing is, if you see Chicago PD as a police TV show, you know sufficient evidence and multiple research is needed to charge a person. But take note, this is also in real life. You cannot lie. Like literally, if you lie, the next thing person you don't know, whoever it is, going to go after you. I myself, I feel hurt, but I never go beyond bizarre to go against you. But I have my own right saying that I wasn't jealous and I wasn't trying to steal your girlfriend. But if you think I'm stealing, you need to have sufficient evidence. Evidence, pictures, or whatsoever it is, not just by word, but if you insult somebody, a social media platform, I'm sorry to say so, I can also get you suspended on website. You don't know about this, but I can tell you. I study Microsoft. I know things from in and out of Google. And Google is technician friend. And I do have phone from places, so don't try something funny. So see you guys, and I do hope this is a one-time thing, and I do not want to call in again. And if I call in again, the next person will be your state police. I will make sure I will prove this evidence. What you did was abuse of human rights, and I can put you in jail term with evidence and text. Bye bye.